I'm watching you. Are you going to get the message? Gas will be released. Hurry up. Time flies.
It's a mannequin. There's a tag attached to its feet. There's a name on the label, McPherson. The letter P is underlined. There's a name on the label, McPherson. The letter P is underlined. The name Hawker is written on this label, and the letter H is underlined. A label with my name. The first E in Hernandez is underlined.
Well, to get rid of the collar, I would have killed you. I'll give you a little breather. I have to prepare the next scene.
It sounds hollow. I have to unscrew the fuse box. It'll never work. Bad idea.
Kate Halloway, County Sheriff. I was expecting you.
Hi, I'm Agent McPherson. This is Agent Garris. What have you found?
No one here. The house is empty. There are a few signs of recent occupation, but if the killer was here, he's gone now.
I see. We'll take a look around ourselves, just in case.
This reporter who's disappeared, she was following your investigation quite closely, wasn't she?
Yeah, we go way back.
It's not easy to conduct an investigation with someone breathing down your neck, is it?
Do you have information on the house? Who's the owner?
A Howard Peterson. He died more than 20 years ago. Suicide. The house has been abandoned ever since.
An old decrepit house in the forest. You'd think we were in a horror movie.
My men are searching the forest, looking for a body. I have a few roadblocks set up around the county. I've put in a query on the property to the Holton Land Registry. I'm expecting an answer. I'll keep you posted. I almost forgot. We found a memory card on the kitchen table. It comes from a phone or some such digital gadget. Take it.
No sign of Miss Hernandez. Is that good news or bad? At least we located the house quickly, thanks to the info she gave us.
The killer had the entire night to act. The fact that he abducted Hernandez instead of killing her on the spot is a good sign.
With the field kit provided by the lab, we should be able to get somewhere.
Let's hope that this time around the killer's finally made some mistakes.
I have Hawker's file, as requested.
Okay, thanks, Garris.
I couldn't help having a peek. What Hawker did was unacceptable. A guy like that has no place in the FBI.
James was a good agent. He crossed the line. I'm not excusing him, Garris. I understand what pushed him over the edge. Too much pressure.
The discovery of this house is a huge step forward. You think we're finally going to stop the East Coast killing?
Everything depends on the wisdom of the profiler of the Great Lakes and the pluck of Quantico's juvenile investigator. You watch too much TV, Garris.
There's a pretty clear shoe print. This tire track is quite narrow. Doesn't look like a car tire. If I get in touch with Claire, she may be able to give me more details.
This is Claire Ashby. I'm not available at the moment. Please call back later.
Hi, Claire. I'm sending you a clue to test. A motorcycle tire track. This old shack must be at least a century old. If only its walls could talk. Dirty dishes. Maybe I'll find fingerprints on them.
This can't possibly work.
I doubt that Hernandez cooked. She must have left her fingerprint while eating. The fact that she ate is rather encouraging. The killer wants to keep her alive. Smells pretty musty in there. Book on forensic medicine. It's open to the chapter Trepanation. This is Claire's kind of thing. Me, not so much. There's a lock of hair being used as a bookmark. But whose? The Blue Dahlia. That film came out in 1946, a year before the sad fate of the Black Dahlia. A matchbox. I hope I won't have to use it. An old film. The Glass Key. Haven't seen it. Then again, I haven't exactly had much time to become a movie buff. This food tray reeks of the chemical cleansers the killer uses. I won't find any fingerprints on it. A book written by one Stephen Bachman, a horror novel. This book is about nuclear war. It's from the 50s. A chemistry textbook. The preferred literature of murderers everywhere. Book on American painters. Somebody trying to bring back bad memories? A small metalair safe with a digital lock, LK model. I think there are smudges on the buttons of the digital lock. I might be able to get prints. The rest of the prints are no good. Damn.
Found some traces, but nothing too important.
You're good at electronics, right? You might be able to help me. I found a locked metalear safe, LK model. Any tips?
Metalear. I know that make. The LK is solid, but the electronic lock is rudimentary. There's only a limited number of characters you can use to make up the combination. I must have a file on this model in my database. Might come in handy.
Thanks, Garrus. It should help me to figure out the combination. An old film. A glass key. Haven't seen it. Then again, I haven't exactly had much time to become a movie buff. A small metalir safe with a digital lock, LK model. It's locked. There we go. The safe is open. Screenplays. The House of Terror, The Butcher of Massachusetts. Wow, an Oscar nomination's practically guaranteed. These stories sound twisted, and so is the hack who wrote them. There's no name on them, though. Fingerprint's not on file. I need to get Claire in on this. Locks of hair. They're labeled. Janet, Olivia, Susan. The killer's victims. This sicko made himself some sort of a morbid reliquary. There's a hiding place here. A piece of wood has been moved. Maybe I'll find a fingerprint with the help of the kit. Sheriff Halloway poked around in the china cabinet, and she didn't mention it. So much for teamwork.
Hi, Vic. How goes your stroll in the picturesque woods of rural Maine?
We haven't found Hernandez yet. I'm leading the investigation in the field with Garrus and the local police.
No trace of the killer?
He vanished without leaving a forwarding address, but I plan on tracking him down.
Look, I know this one's important to you, but still, be careful, okay?
Don't worry, Claire. I'll be sensible. And if I forget any of the textbook instructions, Garrus will remind me. I think I have something new to help ID the killer. I've scanned a print that's not in my records. I'm sending it to you.
Okay, I'll look into it.
What's new in the Chicago office?
Everyone's on the case. Miller is pulling all-nighters doing computer research, and Kingsley is running around stuffing his face with cookies. As for the boss, well, she comes in to see me every 10 minutes. When she's stressed, She almost makes me long for our old supervisor Browning, if that gives you any idea.
Stop it. She can't be worse than him.
I even got a call from Inspector Tate. He's ready to give us a hand, unofficially.
That William. He feels indebted since his nomination. All I did was give him a boost. It's thanks to his own skills that he succeeded. Do you know what happened to Hawker after he was fired from the FBI?
Not really. I think he went into security. I'll ask around, let you know. Talk to you later, Vic. Good luck.
I wanted to verify a detail in the room. Nothing important.
Have you found anything special in the house?
Just clues regarding a local case. Nothing that concerns the FBI.
Really? What's it about?
We've been looking for a local hunter named Anderson. He's got nothing to do with your killer.
Have you taken samples from the house, Sheriff? If so, would you be so kind as to inform me?
I poked around. I'm a cop. It's my job. I haven't found anything relevant to your case.
If you say so, Sheriff. Don't forget we're supposed to be on the same side. Women's clothes. They may have belonged to the victims. A lock of hair. I have to find out whose. Looks more like a torture chamber than a bathroom. Hey, there are fibers in this sample. I must take a sample of this clue.
It'll never work. Bad idea. It's not this.
Hey, there are fibers in this sample. Fibers from a sampling pad. Somebody has already proceeded with analysis in this room. Looks like there's no water here. It's impossible to open. It's sealed. Empty. empty medicine bottles. This wasn't just aspirin. These are highly complex formulations. A receipt for medications, or rather medical concoctions. I'm no chemist, but this ain't cough syrup. The pharmacist's stamp is on the receipt. Dan Wilkinson. The pharmacy is in Holton, the county seat. The sheriff might know more. I've already seen this room in the film sent by the killer. It's the ideal place for nightmares. The edge of the mattress is damaged. Bits have been pulled out. Handcuffs. They don't have pink fur, so I'm guessing they're not for playtime. The edge of the mattress is damaged. Bits have been pulled out. The edge of the mattress is damaged. Bits have been pulled out. I bet there's something on the mattress. A strand of hair. I better test it. There's something on this broken mirror. Old photographs. Probably left by the former occupants of this house. Bloodstained bandages. A test is in order. Sentence. This weirdo is totally in character. I'm almost certain that there's something behind this blackboard. fragments under the furnace. It's not coal. Lee. I bet it's a fragment of a credit card or something belonging to Dorothy Lee, the 8th victim. This looks like burnt hair. Seems very fresh. What are we trying to cover up? It's like being in an abandoned morgue. Claire would have a heart attack if she saw the state of this room. Condemned door. I think there are traces on the wall. I can barely notice them with the naked eye. The microscope reveals tiny traces of color on the wall. They need to be analyzed. Blood on an autopsy table. There's nothing more natural, Claire would say. But in a squalid cellar, not so much. These look like drops of blood. Or tomato juice, I guess. But for some reason, I'm leaning toward the first theory.
It'll never work. Message. Dead? For his sake, I hope she's not. Something weird about the sleeve. There's a tear and some discoloration. Just as I expected. Stains that look like blood have appeared on the shirt. Send this
blood sample to Claire, she could perform a more thorough test. The floor has been scrubbed in this spot. Not a good sign. Shit. Given the amount of blood, someone's not having a good day. The electric chair that Hernandez mentions in the recordings should be right here. The electric chair that Hernandez mentions in the recordings should be right here. The electric chair that Hernandez mentions in the recordings should be right here. There's something shiny on the ground. What is it? There's something shiny on the ground. What is it? Looks like little pieces of broken glass. Gotta take a sample. A lever. Maybe I'll find some fingerprints on it. These inscriptions seem really awkward. I wonder who actually wrote them. I knew it. It's the killer who wrote these inscriptions. Part of his sick little game. I doubt this collar is just for decoration. Message left by the killer. Too late. If he thinks he can throw me, he doesn't know who he's dealing with. There's blood on this broken glass. Someone must have cut themselves walking on it. It's sealed. A note left by our friendly neighborhood butcher. One chance. I have no idea what that means. Lock is half dismantled. I don't know anything about electronics.